Welcome to Sold Out Sales School, the podcast for women with heart-led, impact-driven offers who are tired of being the internet's best-kept secret. I'm Trish Ware, mom of 7, former labor nurse turned 7-figure business owner and business mentor for B2C brands. If you're marketing to moms, parents, or real people who are not going to make money off your offer, this show was made for you. You tried the big name coaches, but their strategies weren't built for your audience. Here, we do sales differently. No bro marketing, no cold DMs, no weird hooks, no fake urgency, just clear messaging, aligned offers, and strategy that actually converts. You're not here to hustle harder and miss all your family events. You're here to scale smarter with simplicity. So let's get you sold out. Hey there, and welcome back to Sold Out Sales School. I am on a roll, you guys. I have been back to back recording this series because I am so excited. This is the place where we talk about scaling sustainably, that you can maintain, that you can keep doing, so that you can show up with confidence and create content that actually sells. So this episode is going to wrap up our Tyranny of Urgency series. And I want to talk about something every one of you will face, every entrepreneur faces. And that is called the valley. I just got done doing an application call for the mastermind. And this mama, this entrepreneur is in the valley. And you know what I mean? The slow season, the dip. Right? After, maybe you had a big win, a big launch, and then it's quiet and your motivation feels low or gone. It's Splitsville. That is where most women quit. That is what separates a 7-figure, multi-6-figure business from someone who is not where they want to be. But the valley does not mean you're failing. It's where you're forging. Not failing, forging. You learn to forge consistently and forge consistency in the valley, because the mountain gives you vision, but the valley, that's where you learn to endure. And in business, endurance is the real currency. When everything's working, when sales are rolling in, when your DMs are full and your content is landing, it feels like you're on the mountain. You're confident, you're inspired, you're magnetic. It's easy to show up because you just feel the energy. You're so exciting. But that energy doesn't have to disappear when you come down. It needs to carry you through the valley. Most entrepreneurs make the mistake. They assume the valley means something's wrong, but it's not. It's not wrong. It's normal. Over on Labor Nurse Mama, we have peak seasons where we are growing by 2,000-3,000 followers a day, where we are selling out every single day. Then we have a season where we're losing and gaining and losing more than we're gaining, and we're dipping down in followers. There's nothing wrong. It's normal. The valley is where your character, your consistency, and your systems get tested. Steve said to me, I had a 50K ad faux pas. What is the word I want to say? An ad big freaking mistake. And Steve said to me, are you the type of business owner who only keeps going when the going's going good? No, I'm not. If you can keep your peace in the valley, your growth becomes unstoppable. So today I'm going to show you quickly, we're doing quick little bite-sized episodes, how to turn your valley into your visibility season with content and sales strategies that keep your audience engaged, connected, and buying. What most people don't realize is your audience is also going through valleys too. Their motivation dips, their confidence wavers, their fear gets louder. When you go quiet in your valley, you're accidentally matching that energy and the sales will stall. But when you show up with grounded consistency, you become an anchor even in their uncertainty. That is what creates trust and moves them closer to becoming a buyer and making a buying decision. Your consistency is their safety. That's sales psychology 101. So if you're in a slower season, I want you to think less about selling harder and more about building belief. Your content should remind your audience, especially if you are using my frameworks, which if you aren't, you should be, because my frameworks will remind them of who they are and where they're at right now and what's possible for them with you. That's how you nurture the buyers through the valley. So let's get practical, because this is where I see most of you falling off. You need to learn how to use your content to lead even when growth feels slow or impossible. We teach inside the mastermind, we teach a bridge content, a content bridge. And this is content that connects your people from not knowing you, not trusting you to buyers. And it's your audience needing to go over that bridge. So the content bridge builds belief and it reminds your buyers that on the other side, the result is possible. And this is so important. There's a framework that I teach that to do that in not so many easy words, right? So there is a method to that madness and how to bring them across that bridge from the friend zone to the buyer zone. Not everyone is ready to buy immediately, but they're always watching. We talk about lurker Linda, right? There's different types of buyer types. Use posts to keep their awareness to bring them into the buying zone. We have nurture content. We have authority content. We have connection content. I teach 3 types of content inside the mastermind. And all of it is belief building and expert positioning, authority, like authority confirming, and it all builds trust to take them from being just a friend who wants all the free content, who's going to blow up your DMs with questions, to someone who sees the value of your offer. And you have to rotate through the content weekly to have a foundation for buyer aligned strategy. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, we've been talking about throughout this series that energy converts faster than algorithms. If you are posting from this sense of pressure, like I need to make a sale, I need to make a sale, your content will show that. However, if we can get you to a place where you're posting from peace, where you absolutely 100% believe in the outcome of your offer and you know that your offer changes lives, that will land differently. And that will be the shift. That is the shift you need. You need to come from confidence, not from a fear. Certainty and confidence sells. This is why someone with absolutely no background, I was just doing an application call. We were talking about people who sell offers that have no legit expertise, but they're so freaking confident that people don't even question that, which is terrible, right? But confidence sells, certainty sells. You have to, in the valley, we can recycle content that already worked and we can refine. One of my coaches said, and now it's become my mantra, data makes decisions and decisions make dollars, but it's also in the refinement. Because there's always new eyes watching. We don't want to overthink it. We want to refine it. So mindset is so freaking important. This is why I also have a mindset coach inside my mastermind, because when you're feeling like your business isn't moving fast enough or not at all, scaling does not mean speed. It means stability. Now, action takers are money makers. I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face, but you have to build stability by mastering your energy, your identity, and your systems. So I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, show up and you can sell your offer. You have to have strategy, right? But your energy, your identity, and your strategy all works together to become your system. Because when you stop chasing urgency and start leaning into consistency with strategy, your business stops feeling like chaos and it starts feeling like a confident expert who knows what the heck she's talking about. And there's a method to becoming the expert in your space, known for the one thing. Here's the truth. The women who win aren't the ones who post the most. They're ones who keep showing up even when no one is clapping for them. That is what creates brand longevity and BFEs. Your next mountain is coming, sis. Like, I promise you, the moment where everything clicks again, where your content is flowing, your sales are rising, your confidence is returning. But the only way to get there is to walk through the ding dong valley. You have to keep going, keep walking, keep creating, keep believing, keep showing up, keep resting. Talked a lot about resting as well. Your audience needs to see you still standing when things are quiet. That's what makes them trust your leadership. If this little shorty episode reminded you to stay steady, to stop letting your emotions dictate your visibility, emotions cannot lead. They can't. You have to use strategy to lead. Then it's time to take this work deeper inside Content Mastery Mastermind. That's where we turn strategy and psychology into systems so that you can create content that connects, sells, and scales even when you're in the valley. So go to trishwarecoaching.com/apply and we will get on a call and I can show you how to create buyer aligned consistency that sells all year long. Remember this, action takers are money makers. You're the magic. Do not forget it. As always, hit subscribe, write a review, and I'll see you next week for a brand new episode inside Sold Out Sales School. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.